right, let's continue with gymnosperm. So overall, like I said earlier, the gymno mean naked and sperm means seed. So we're talking about the plant that do produce seed. They they produce seed, but they don't have a fruit to protect them. So the racial character are similar to the other seed plant, except that the vascular tissue are mostly tracheate. So if you remember, the tracheate are the small, um, tiny water tubes, as opposed to vessel, which is a more like a bubble tea tubes. These vessel do not occur in gymnosperms, and gymnosperm has no food. The seed just stand there naked without anything to protect them, and they have single fertilization just between egg and sperm. And they also have short pollen tubes. So we'll show you that what is that in a second. So let's look at the first group of gymnosperm. The first group is in subdivision Topsida. In Thai, the genus name is Nitum. So this is a genus name in Thai called Mui or Riang, or like you probably more familiar with this in the fruit. So this group are really weird because they have vascular tissue, but they also have vessel, which is an exception for gymnosperm, and everything else are pretty much the same. And they also have separate male and female plants. Um, so you are more familiar with them in the stir fries in Thailand. We stir fry with eggs, and it's called lim pat kai, right? So this is the leaf of this plant. But in Indonesia, the melinjo or this nitum plants are also grind up from the seeds and produce these like chips like things. So they grind up the seed and use the flowers to do something like a chip. And so that's the first group. Like we won't talk too much about them. They are really particular and they have so many interesting biology, but that's like beyond the scope of this class. The second group of gymnosperm is in the class Cycadae. So the example would be the genus Cycas. In Thai we call prong, or the common English name is Cycad. Right? So it looks kind of like a palm tree here, but the leaf are much thicker. It's a lot tougher to touch, and you often see the cone-like structure in the middle, and they like about like my height, tall or lower. They don't get like super big on as a tree. Well, they could get big, but not like no more than 2 meters. So in the male cone, you see each like little structure here is a microsporophyll, and in this here, if you pluck them out, each one of these, you see this. So this is one microsporophyll. One microsporophyll, you see the microsporophyll at the back, and underneath it look kind of like a flowers. That is microsporangium. So this is one microsporangium. The side view will look like this. So if you pluck them out, look like a little scale. This is the microsporophyll. And the sporangium would attach underneath. So you see a bunch of sporangium, like microsporangium, attached underneath the microsporophyll. And the female part is quite different. The female cone is not like a big cone, it's more like a cluster. So you have this like megasporophyll, and you have fewer megasporangium attached to that. So you can see right away that instead of having like a ton of sporangium attached underneath you only have a few attaching on the side. So that's how you tell it's male or female plants. And the next class, so that's it. That's in Cycas. You just need to recognize the male and female plants. And the next class is called Ginkgo A. So the class Ginkgo A only contain one species. So this class will have one species in the whole world because the rest of their friends already disappeared. So I would like you to recognize them. This is called Ginkgo biloba. So Ginkgo biloba has really interesting structure. They have they look exactly like a trees, but their leaf has this long petiole, and it's like a fan-shaped leaf. So it's a fan-shaped leaf and dichotomously branching vein. Dichotomously branching veins. So that's a characteristic of this plant, and you can't go wrong with this character. It's only one species. It sounds really smart. Like, oh, that's ginkgo biloba, like you know the species name. So when they're ready, they produce a seed. It looks like a fruit, but it's not really the fruit. It's just a seed with the cover, and the leaf turn yellow in the autumn, in the fall, and it produces nice color. And it's pretty common ornamentals in the U.S. and in the northern temperate area. And in Thailand, we use them in our like sweet and food. It's called bak gui. Out here, you see this is the seed coat, the protecting part of the seed, and also this is just a seed. So we put this, you use the seed, we extract the seed out to eat them. And in Thailand, I believe we can't really grow them quite yet. I think we import almost all of that from China. So if I'm wrong, let me know. So that's the class Ginkgo A. All right, and that's it for the next clip. I'll try to make my clip really short so your attention span doesn't get lost. So we'll spend next clip talk about probably the largest group of gymnosperms is called coniferae. So it's a pine. So we'll talk about them next clip.